Hi, my name's Phil Gardner and welcome to Fun with Boxes. Well, today I'm taking a look at a Viking themed game that I'm pretty sure I will fail to pronounce correctly. The title is, I think, Knarr, which I'm guessing is the sound the Vikings made just before they stole your sheep. Or perhaps the sound you made when a Viking stole your sheep. But regardless, I will have a go at pronouncing it anyway. But first, I need my sheep. Ah, here it is. Oh no, a Viking has stolen it. Knarr! Okay, so let's start again, shall we? Today, I'm taking a look at Knarr, the small box Viking game designed by Thomas Dupont and published by Bombyx Games. In a game of Knarr, you will form a band of Vikings and make your fortune by discovering new territories. You will need to manage the recruitment of your crew and choose the best territories to explore. Depending on the destinations you reach for trading or influence, and the Vikings who accompany you, you can increase your reputation and wealth and earn your place in heroic songs. On your turn, you will either recruit or explore. If you recruit and place a new member in your Viking crew, activate the effects of all crew members with the matching Viking colour, and add a Viking card to your hand from the matching colour under the central board. Or instead, you can explore new destinations with the opportunity to trade with those places and gain assets or reputation. Before we take a look at how you set a game up, let's take a Fun with Boxes look at what you get in a game of Knarr. In a game of Knarr, you will recruit Vikings to form your crew. Then you will make your fortune by sending them to discover new territories on your ship, establishing trade routes, and, in some cases, settling down for good, while at the same time increasing your reputation and making your name resound in heroic songs to earn even more victory points. And talking about ships, Knarr, or Knarr, is a Viking cargo ship with a shorter hull than a warship, used for the transportation of goods and adapted for the high seas. Okay, with that little fact, let's take a look at how to set up a game of Knarr. First, place the board in the centre of the table. Shuffle the 20 trading land cards to form a deck and place it face down to the side of the board. Then reveal the first 3 cards, placing them just above the board. Do the same for the 15 lands of influence cards, shuffling them, forming a deck, and again revealing the first 3 cards above the ones you just placed. Next, prepare the Viking cards according to the number of players. For 4 players, play with all the cards. For 3 players, remove the cards marked 4 at the bottom left, and for 2 players, remove the cards marked 3 and 4. Shuffle them up, form a deck, and place it face down to the side of the board, and then reveal the first 5 cards and place them just below the board. Each player takes a ship, 3 silver bracelet tokens and 3 recruit tokens. And then the players decide together whether to play with the normal side, which is recommended for your first game, or the advanced side. Each player's starting Viking cards and assets can be seen in the box below the ship. Each player takes 2 Viking cards of different colours from the deck and places them face up in front of them into their crew zone. You place 1 recruit token and 1 silver bracelet token into the designated spaces on each side of the board, and then reshuffle the Viking cards. Also, take the 2 wooden tokens corresponding to your ship's colour. Place the round one on the starting space of the score track and the square one onto the starting space of the reputation track. Each player draws 3 Viking cards to make up their hand. Finally, one of the players takes the coloured destiny tokens of the ships in play into their hand and draws one at random to choose the first player. And that's the setup complete, and you are ready to play. Gameplay. The players take turns going clockwise around the table, and on their turn, each player first scores their reputation and then performs an action, either a recruit or an explore action. In addition, once per turn, at the beginning or end of the action step, Players may trade using their silver bracelets. So let's break these down. Reputation. This step is very straightforward, but also very easy to forget. So try not to forget. You score points based on the highest value that your reputation marker has reached. At the start of the game, you will not be scoring anything, but as your reputation grows, it will pass scoring points on the board. So you need to remember to check and score these at the beginning of your turn. Actions. You must choose between two actions, either to recruit or to explore. Recruit. You take this action to add a Viking to your crew. To do this, you play a Viking from your hand face up in front of you into your crew zone. And your crew zone is divided into 5 columns corresponding to the 5 Viking colours. You must place the Viking in the column of the same colour, placing them on top of each other, so that only the top part of the previous card is visible. Then you collect all the assets shown at the top of every card in that column, including any on the new card placed. These assets are taken in any order you wish. Next, you take a Viking card into your hand from the space matching the colour of the Viking you just recruited. For example, if a yellow Viking was recruited, the Viking card on the yellow space of the board is taken. And at this point, you may spend 1 recruit token, if you have any, on your ship to instead take any Viking card of your choice from the 5 visible cards, instead of having to take the matching coloured one. Finally, a new Viking is revealed to replace the one that was taken. Next, we will look at the Explore action. Choose one of the 6 cards above the board and pay its exploration cost shown at the top left of the card by discarding Vikings from your crew zone matching the required number and colours. At this point, you may spend your recruit tokens if you have any available on your ship. Each token you spend removes the requirement of 1 card. You take the card and place it above your ship and immediately take the assets shown in the top right-hand corner of the card. Finally, replace the card taken with a new card from its deck. Just 2 points to note here. If the Viking deck is ever empty when you need to draw a card, the discard pile is shuffled and a new deck is formed. But if the discard pile is empty too, the player with the most Vikings must discard one of theirs to the discard pile. Also, a player can never have more than 3 recruits or 3 silver bracelet tokens on their ship. Any extra gained are instead lost. Trading. Once per turn, before or after their action, you can spend your bracelets to buy assets from your destination cards on your ship, including the one printed on your shipboard. You can choose to spend 1, 2 or 3 silver bracelets. Spending 1 allows you to collect the assets from the first column. Spending 2 bracelets allows you to collect the assets from the first and second columns. And you guessed it, spending 3 allows you to collect the assets from all 3 columns. At the end of your turn, play proceeds clockwise around the table. Okay, we have mentioned assets quite a few times. What exactly are these assets? Well, these are all straightforward and they are listed here. This icon means you gain 1 victory point. This icon means gain 1 recruit token, but remember, you cannot have more than 3 on your ship. And also, this icon means gain 1 silver bracelet. And again, you cannot have more than 3 bracelets on your ship. This icon means you gain 1 reputation point, and this means you draw the first Viking card from the deck and place it into your crew zone, but without taking any assets. Game end. The end of the game is triggered when a player reaches 40 victory points or more on the score track. The current round is then finished, ending with the player to the right of the player who took the first turn of the game, and the person with the most points wins. In case of a tie, the one with the most recruits and silver bracelets wins. And that's how you play Knarr. There is an artifact variant included in the game, where during setup an artifact card is drawn and placed next to the board. This card stays in play for the duration of the game, and after you take your action, if you meet the conditions of the artifact, you get to have its reward. And there are 7 artifact cards, and they are all clearly explained in the rulebook should you wish to add them to spice up your game. Well, there you have it. Knarr, the small box game about Vikings. And the game box may be small, but I tell you, it has some weight to it. And when you open it up, you can see why. The player boards and main board are really nice, and the cards come in their own boxes which look really beautiful. And the cards themselves are not your standard card size. These are narrower, longer cards that are superb quality and have a real nice linen feel to them. However, good luck trying to get them out of the boxes. We did find them quite a snug fit. So much so that we leave 3 out of the boxes when storing them, just to be able to get them out easily out of the box sleeves. Still, they do look fantastic. The only thing that niggles me is the reputation track. Instead of going straight, it wiggles up and down, and it's easy to knock or accidentally move your markers and get a bit confused about what position it's on. It's aesthetically pleasing to the eye, but in function, I would have preferred a straight track across the middle of the board to make things a little easier. This may just be because of me and my tremors, so anything that's set up like this can cause me some problems, making it easy for me to accidentally bump or move pieces. But apart from that, this is a really well produced game, and it's not just the production that's great. The game itself is great to play, and quick too, with a 2 to 4 player count and a playtime of around 30 minutes. The rules are easy to pick up, and you'll be up and running in no time at all. I love the art and the cards. They are really great. And I love the mechanic where you add the destination cards to the top of your ship, allowing you to use your bracelets to access an ever-changing and growing resource of assets. It's a joy. So that's a big Viking thumbs up from me. Knarr! You may not be able to correctly pronounce it, but you will be able to play it, and it will be a great experience, I can tell you. Well, I do hope you enjoyed this video. Please consider hitting the old like button and also that subscribe button. That would be really great for the channel, and I'd really appreciate that. And as always, thanks so much for watching. Please take care, and bye for now.